When Noah Turner arrived at Silvercrest Hills, he thought he'd found his dream home. The air smelled of fresh paint and blooming magnolias. Birds perched on mailboxes as if rehearsed for a postcard. He'd saved for years, leaving behind city chaos for the promise of quiet mornings and kind neighbors. On his first day, he unloaded boxes, greeted a few friendly faces, and admired how perfectly maintained everything looked, every blade of grass trimmed to the same height. "It's like living inside a magazine," he joked to his wife Lila. But by evening, as he sipped coffee on the porch, a white envelope appeared under his door. Inside was a neatly typed letter stamped with the HOA seal. "Violation, driveway stain. Fine, $250. Noah blinked. Confused? He stepped outside and saw it. A faint oil mark near the garage, barely noticeable. He hadn't even parked there yet. The moving truck was still half full. "This must be a mistake," he muttered. But as he would soon learn, mistakes weren't something the Silvercrest Hills HOA liked to admit. The next morning, Noah visited the HOA office, holding the letter like a piece of evidence. Behind the counter sat Clara Benton, the HOA president, a woman in her 50s with an immaculate bun and a smile that never reached her eyes. "Good morning, Mr. Turner. Hear about the violation?" she asked sweetly, already knowing the answer. "Yes," Noah replied. "This stain was here before we moved in." Clara tilted her head. "According to our inspection records, it wasn't." She slid a printed photo across the desk, a picture of his driveway dated the day before closing. It looked spotless. "But that can't be," Noah said, confused. Clara leaned in. "We have strict community standards, Mr. Turner. We can't let things slide." Noah felt his stomach twist. "You find me on my first day here." "Consider it a welcome reminder," Clara said, her tone turning icy. At Silvercrest Hills, appearances matter. That evening, as Noah sprayed the driveway with degreaser, his neighbor Mason walked over, carrying a beer. "Don't bother," he said quietly. "That stain's been there since the last owners." Noah looked up. "You're sure?" Mason nodded. "Guy, before you had an old pickup that leaked oil for years. HOA hated him. Then why find me?" Noah asked. Mason gave a dry laugh. "Because you're new, and they think you'll pay." Noah clenched his jaw. Not this time. That night, he dug through his home-buying documents and found photos the realtor had sent before closing. In one, barely visible, was the same faint oil stain. Proof. The next morning, he printed it and marched to the HOA office. Clara looked annoyed when he placed the photo on her desk. "That's not our record," she said. "That's your photo." Noah replied, "It's time-stamped, 2 weeks before closing." Clara's expression hardened. Regardless, the fine stands. Noah realized this wasn't about a stain. It was about control. Refusing to back down, Noah decided to appeal formally. He sent letters, attached proof, even requested a hearing. Weeks passed with no response. Then the violations multiplied. Grass slightly over regulation length. Trash invisible from street. Improper mailbox height. Fines stacked up like snow. Layla began to panic. "We can't fight them all," she said. "We just moved in." Noah refused to surrender. One night, he installed a small camera aimed at his driveway. 2 mornings later, the footage revealed something unbelievable. A man in an HOA maintenance vest, walking up the driveway with a bucket, pouring dark liquid on the ground, and walking away. Noah's jaw dropped. They had fabricated new stains to justify new fines. He sent the footage to Clara with a simple note. "Caught your guy." The next day, the video disappeared from his online drive. The account was locked. His internet provider confirmed it had been accessed remotely from within Silvercrest's admin office. Noah contacted a local news reporter, Sophie Lang, who specialized in homeowner disputes. She visited that weekend, camera crew in tow. "We've heard this story before," she told him. "Silvercrest has a reputation." They filmed the driveway, the letters, and Mason's statement confirming the stain predated Noah's move-in. When the story aired, HOA finds new homeowner on move-in day, the neighborhood erupted. Dozens of residents came forward with similar stories: wrongful fines, threats of foreclosure, and deleted evidence. Clara issued a brief statement calling the report misleading, but the damage was done. County inspectors launched a review into the HOA's financial practices. Within a week, investigators discovered that fines had been used to fund executive bonuses and beautification projects, many directly benefiting Clara's property. As pressure grew, the HOA board scrambled. Clara tried to blame her staff, claiming Noah's footage was deep-faked. But forensic analysis confirmed the video was real. News vans parked outside the Silvercrest gate. Reporters questioned residents, filming the once pristine streets now littered with protest signs. "Stop HOA abuse and refund our fines." During an emergency meeting, the HOA treasurer resigned live on camera. Noah attended quietly, sitting in the back row. Clara's hands trembled as she tried to speak over the crowd. "We've always acted in the best interest of Silvercrest Hills. By lying?" Someone shouted. "By stealing?" Another yelled. Finally, county officials arrived with legal documents. Clara and 2 board members were suspended pending investigation. As security escorted them out, Noah felt something rare in Silvercrest: genuine applause. Months later, Silvercrest Hills looked the same: manicured lawns, painted fences, but everything had changed. A new board was elected, transparency rules added, and old fines refunded. Noah stood in his driveway one sunny morning, spraying away the last trace of that stubborn oil mark. Mason waved from across the street. "Guess you finally got rid of it." Noah smiled. "Yeah, this time for good." But as the camera pulled back, a small patch of faint discoloration remained, not from oil, but from the tire of the HOA cart that had parked there months ago. A quiet reminder that in communities like Silvercrest, perfection always comes with a price. Fade out on Noah laughing softly, whispering, "Welcome home."